Hi, everybody. Today is Thursday, November 12th, and today you're going to read Chapter 4 and take notes. So, your I can statement is I can identify evidence that develops the character, setting, and plot that relate to the theme of a story. So, as you're reading Chapter 4, again, I want you to go ahead and highlight any important details you think is important to remember for character, setting, and plot. So if you see anything about theme, highlight that as well. So as you can see here, this document is set up just like yesterday's assignment, except in the right-hand corner, instead of having questions, you have a column to where you can take notes. So if you want to jot down something about a theme over here, put it right here, okay? So the cool thing about this is that, as I told you already, you have a formative exam over RL 8.2. Okay, so that's the standard that looks at theme. So you have an exam Monday, but you will be able to use your notes. Okay, so when you read Chapter 4, go ahead and take notes, and then you can use them on your exam. When you are finished reading Chapter 4, then I also need you to go open up your journal and complete the character and summary chart for Chapter 4. Okay, so if you met any new characters, be sure you add them to your character chart and write a quick summary for Chapter 4. Don't spend a lot of time on it. Just jot down what happened pretty quick so you can refer to it later. Okay, so it's really important if you're behind that you get caught up for reading chapters 1 to 4 before Monday, okay? 1 through 4 before Monday. So that way you will be prepared to answer the questions, because you're probably going to be confused even if you read chapter 4, but you haven't read the other chapters, okay? So we meet most of the characters in chapter 1. Anyway, so that's your assignment for today. When you get done, turn it in, of course. The other thing I want to talk to you about is kind of how we're gonna function after today. Okay, well, starting next week, rather. Okay, so we are going to do things a little bit different. You are going to have to read on your own time. So we only meet twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays. So here's the deal. You're going to have a schedule for your reading assignments and activities. Okay, so you're going to have to read by yourself at home and then come prepared to discuss the chapters on Mondays and Wednesdays. You'll be receiving a grade for participation. And after each chapter, you'll need to fill out the corresponding say, mean, matter chart and then complete the summary chart that's in your journal. Okay, so you're already going to have your assignments ahead of time. So it'll be in one document, okay, kind of like your journal. So after you read chapter 5, for example, you're going to fill out the say, mean, matter chart, and we'll go over that later. But after you're done filling out the chart, then you'll update your journal. Okay, so your say, mean, matter charts are going to be due Tuesday, November 24th. So that's right before Thanksgiving break. Okay, please don't fall behind or it'll be just really stressful for you to get caught up. And I want you to enjoy reading, so try to do that as well. So here's the expectations for the discussions on Monday and Tuesday. So you're going to receive a daily participation grade. Okay, so you have to come to class prepared, having read the required chapters ahead of time. So, and again, this means that you have to read the chapters at home before we meet for the synchronous Google Meets on Mondays and Wednesdays. You must type in chat or speak during the Google Meet at least 3 times. Your responses need to be thoughtful answers, not just simply answering yes or no. Okay, so I'm going to track what you're saying and how many times you're saying it. So you can also earn your participation grade by taking a video of yourself discussing the chapter thoughtfully and sharing it with me. But that will only be allowed once. Okay, so this is a discussion, so it should flow organically, and you should respond respectfully to other classmates' thoughts and ideas on the book. The teacher's not going to be the only one talking. So you could say why you agree or disagree with someone's comment. You could provide textual evidence from the book to support thoughts and ideas. You can make connections to other chapters in the theme of the book. So you should not, under any circumstances, mention spoilers. So don't be talking about something happening in chapter 7 if we're on chapter 5. That's just rude. Okay, so this is going to be a grade for your participation again. Okay, so if you miss a Google Meet, you're still required to make up the discussion by recording a video talked about in number 3. Okay, so be respectful of each other. You may respectfully disagree with another student, but do not be aggressive in your response. Okay, so here is your schedule, and this is tentative, which means it's subject to change. So this isn't like a permanent schedule. We might have to change it around a little bit. But so for Monday, you need to have read chapter 4 and be ready to discuss it. Then in class, so this is what you need to do before we meet in class, okay? Then in class, we're going to talk about chapter 4. You're going to have a formative over chapter 4. And then you're going to start for your homework to read chapters 5 and 6 for Wednesday. Okay, so then on Tuesday before class, you need to make sure that you finish the formative for chapter 4 and you have turned it in. During class, we're going to read chapter 5. You're going to complete your say, and this is your asynchronous day. So this is going to be your assignment at home by yourself, okay? You're going to read chapter 5. You're going to complete the say, mean, matter chart for chapter 5, and you're going to update your journal for chapter 5. Then for homework, you need to make sure you've read chapter 6 for Wednesday. Okay, so that's why we're telling you on Monday to start reading so you can have 5 and 6 ready by Wednesday. So before we meet on Wednesday, you need to have read chapters 5 and 6 and completed the say, mean, matter chart for chapter 5. Then during class, we're going to discuss chapters 5 and 6. Then you're going to complete your say, mean, matter chart for chapter 6, and you can update your journal for chapter 6 as well. For homework, we want you to start reading chapter 7 for Thursday. Then before class on Thursday, make sure you started reading chapter 7. And remember, this is your asynchronous day. So technically, you're not in a Google Meet, but this is what you need to do that day. Finish reading chapter 7, complete your say, mean, matter chart for chapter 7, and update your journal for chapter 7. So for homework, read chapter 8 for Monday. Okay, so be prepared on Monday to talk about chapter 7 and 8. So what I added in here for Friday is I want you to work on your iReady pathways. Okay, so look at the assignment that helps you find the central idea, and that will help prepare you for the next time you're tested on the RI 8.2 standard. Okay, so I want you guys working on this in your spare time. Anyway, so before class on Monday, the 23rd, make sure you have read chapter 8 and you're ready to discuss it. During class, we are going to discuss chapter 8. You will complete the say, mean, matter chart for chapter 8 and update your journal for chapter 8. So for homework, start reading chapter 9. Then Tuesday, of course, make sure you have already started reading chapter 9. And for your assignment that day, even though we're not in the Google Meet, you need to finish reading chapter 9, complete your say, mean, matter chart for chapter 9, and update your journal for chapter 9. And that's it. And then you can enjoy your holidays. You can eat some turkey. You can eat some tofurkey. You can eat some sushi, whatever you want to do. Relax, get caught up if you need to. And then we will start reading the diary entries when you come back. Okay? So that's it. And we'll talk about the same mean matter chart later at a different time, but I just kind of wanted to to give you a heads up on how we're going to be running things for the next 2 weeks.